David Cahill's first wedding. Welcome to the Hotel Lucia. This is the famous hotel, recently become Hotel Lucia, where Al Gore was involved in some impropriety.
Oh, this is the place.
And I want to assure you it happened in the hotel, but not in this room. But just to be sure, I asked them just to kind of go over it once more time with some Lysol. I want to thank a lot of people for being here. A lot of family members who came from pretty far away. Some family members, most of the family members from the East Coast, New York and Florida. And for some of them, this was a big move because they weren't quite sure if the Pacific Northwest was part of the United States.
It's really not. It's part of Canada. But we won't go into that right now.
So they went through a lot of detail trying to get passports and everything else. It really wasn't necessary. And I was hoping the weather would be a little cooler. It's going to be nicer tomorrow. But maybe it's the way of nature's way of keeping people from the East Coast out of Oregon. We have a way of keeping the Texas people out. It's called compulsory education. But I want to thank some of my Texas friends. My brother Peter came here from Houston. God knows, it's not easy in the middle of the night jumping a freight car. Spending 3 nights, your only traveling companion is a toothless guy named Ernie. Thank you so much for coming out. We have a number of people. Most of the people I kind of know, but I don't absolutely know everybody. Certainly I want to acknowledge my mother, who's here. The former Miss Subway of 1947. You couldn't ride the subway without seeing her picture in 1947. My mother is very, not happy, but astounded that I'm
Happy.
Yeah, and in fact, I think she's checking with the Vatican to see if this actually falls as in the category of a miracle. Mr. DiVietti, Terry DiVietti, thank you so much for being here. Tana's dad. A psych professor at a university in Washington. He's been doing it for like 40 years, and he's more interested in the scientific part of it, research. Do not ask him to talk about touchy-feely stuff. He might take a cab home tomorrow. But I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. Unfortunately, our singer, our jazz singer, is in the hospital. But we make do, and so what we're going to do is we're going to patch it up with we have some instant talent. My brother Pete is going to do some bossa nova for us. And my friend Charles, who does 3 songs, he's done for the last 37 years. Car crash songs, he does 3, and he's going to do one of them this evening. And anyway, and Pete's friend Kathleen is a jazz singer, and she's going to do it a little bit. So I thought I'd just take this time, if anyone had anything to say. I mean, it's not like, it's not like I'm on the, getting ready to go to the electric chair. Right? But if anyone wanted to share anything, I know a lot of you people don't know each other.
I would like to toast the miracle.
Miracle. Opa!
Good fortune for Tana and David to be together.
Opa!
And everyone wants to do that.
Oh, David.
Those of you who have met Tana obviously know why. What am I, 70 years old? Whatever I am. why I decided maybe it is worthwhile getting married. Oh, and Alfredo Gorgonzola, my fiddle player, extraordinaire, very talented fellow, plays in a Balkan band in town, and he's going to be accompanying us, and then we're going to maybe have some people do a few things. Do you want to just tell us which one's around? I think it's a little dark. A little something uplifting. So,
You plugged in? I didn't actually check your guitar.
Does anybody have anything to say, or forever to hold your peace?
That's tomorrow. They have 10 to 15.
Oh, there's got to be. Someone in David Cahill's family's got to have something to say.
Yeah, hey,
Okay.
I think I have one thing that, yeah,
Okay.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
Dave growing up was a huge Met fan. And I think in '86, when they won the World Series, he wore Met socks that year. That's how big a fan he was. But I did find the one thing, the Met fan who has everything, when I was in New York a few months ago, Dave, I got it for you, buddy. Met socks. Put them on here.
This is why we have honeymoons. So,
Just give me a second. You might want to tune.
we're just going to do a little instrumental. It's an old number. You guys probably all know it's Sweet Georgia Brown.
Keep strumming for me.